Wow, so behind me is 61 pairs of shoes, mostly Nike, some Adidas. I bought these in another video on the channel that you may have seen, but we have plans to sell these on Amazon for profit. But we're not gonna store them here in my warehouse. We're gonna ship these off to Amazon utilizing their Amazon FBA program, that stands for Fulfillment by Amazon. They are gonna store these, they are gonna ship them to our customers, and we are gonna make no less than 50% ROI and as much as 100 to 150% ROI on all of these shoes.
Reezy Resells. Follow the hustle.
So in this video, I'm gonna show you how we use a software called Inventory Lab to make it fast to list these items and get them sent off to Amazon. If you don't use a software like Inventory Lab and you wanna just use Amazon's platform or a spreadsheet to list, that's fine, but be prepared to pull your hair out and it's gonna take you forever. So Inventory Labs is $50 a month. It's well worth it. I definitely recommend you should check out. Pretty much the gold standard for large retail arbitrage and online arbitrage Amazon sellers. Enough of me jibber jabbing. Let's start scanning some barcodes. Let's go do that. First things first, we have to organize all of these shoes so that we can list them into Inventory Lab properly. If it has the same barcode, we're gonna put it together. So all of the shoes that are the same shoe and the same color and the same size will have the same barcode. Those will get stacked together. That way, when we do go to list it, we can say quantity 3, quantity 10, and then just scan one barcode and Inventory Lab will print out 3 or 10 stickers. Basically, it saves us a lot of time and you don't wanna list the same thing multiple times on Amazon. It's actually against the rules. You want to condense everything by making sure you put in the right amount of quantity. Then we're gonna actually make it over to the computer. We're just getting started and I already have a huge pro tip for you guys. Most of these shoes came from the Nike factory store, but we did go to Marshalls and get some shoes from Marshalls. And when we process shoes from Marshalls, there's a couple things we have to do that's a little bit different than Nike. Check it out over there. One of the problems when you buy shoes from Marshalls is that on the receipt from Marshalls, it doesn't say Adidas Court red and blue striped shoes. It just has a number on the receipt. That number actually matches this number on the Marshalls retail tag. Now, the reason that is super important is because if for some reason Amazon or a customer says that you are selling counterfeit shoes or you are selling shoes that are used as new, you have to prove authenticity or prove the newness of the item. Retail receipts from stores will save your butt and you should always save them, scan them, keep a copy of them. But in the case of Marshall's item, the receipt just says Marshall's 2252111175. It doesn't actually say this shoe, so that will not save your ass. So you do what we do, which is you set the shoes up nice like this on the box with the Marshalls tag visible, and then you take a photograph of it and you store it in your Dropbox, in your Google Drive. That way, if Amazon ever does say these shoes are fake, these shoes aren't new, you can give them 2 images. You give them the image of the receipt from Marshalls, and that will have the line item number that represents these shoes. You're gonna highlight that number, and then you're gonna show them the photo of these shoes, and check it out. The photo is gonna obviously show that you have these shoes and that they're brand new, and I recommend taking it on the box like this because it also shows that you have the box. There's a barcode on the box that matches the barcode on the shoes right here, and the barcode on the receipt matches the Marshalls retail tag right there. So this photo right here, like ching, plus your receipt, that'll save your butt. Now also, if you've ever bought shoes at Marshalls, they do come with the price tag and you're gonna wanna take that price tag off. You do not want your customer to know that these shoes were $29.99 at Marshalls when you're gonna sell them for $100 on Amazon. But also, Marshalls marks the bottom of the shoes. There is a 30 in silver Sharpie right here. Just says, hey, these are 30, and it's to protect them if people steal the price tags off there. We're gonna get that off. The way that you get that off is with a drop of Gooby Gone. Just one drop. Put it on a clean rag, swirl it around, it will come right off. But do not use much more than a drop because it's super greasy. That will take it off very fast. So we gotta take those photos for all the shoes that we are selling on Amazon. If you have 10 pairs, you don't need 10 photos, but we need one for each different UPC code to save us in case Amazon makes that claim. Fortunately, we don't have to do that with all the Nikes because we have way more of them. Like I said, we're gonna get to this some point. Just another pro tip, if you buy enough shoes and you have good relationship with the shoe stores, ask them if they can give you a stack of tissue paper so that on these super busted up ones, you can replace the tissue paper to make it look even more brand new. Present your product as nicely as possible. You can already see, once you put it on and you rub it in, it starts melting it. Almost done. now that they're scanned in and we are listing them on Amazon, we're gonna get this Marshall's tag off. And it was important to leave it on till now because this is, in my opinion, the easiest way to keep track of what you paid for these shoes or these items. Very important, rubber band the box shut. That way between us and the customer, including its journey through the post office, the shoes don't fall out. If they fall out one time, they're basically gonna be super dirty and be ruined. You do not want them to fall out in the warehouse. We use these rubber bands. No, I'm not being endorsed or paid for this, but go grab these ones. This is a Staples number 33 rubber band. This is a 1 pound bag, 3.5 inches by 1/8 inches. I have another size. These are the number 64. Don't get these, they don't work. They will not fit around a box. 33 in the game. Also, I'm using the Canon M50, the legit vlogging camera, which I haven't used for a while. I've been being a little lazy, guys, using the GoPro and using my iPhone. So if you appreciate this quality from this camera compared to the recent videos, comment down there and let me know. Tell me to quit being a lazy butt. All right, it's time to go to town. Nike Town, that is. We're gonna organize these and do what we just did with the Marshall stuff, except it's gonna be much faster because we don't have to rip price tags off and we also don't have to clean off the soles. Some of them have this price tags on them and we just need to hit it with a heat gun to take those off. Just gonna hit it with a little bit of heat. The way Inventory Lab works couldn't really be any simpler. You scan the barcode in, it says, hey, is this the item? You click yes, that is the item. You put in your quantity, you put in the price you paid, you click your supplier, what store you purchased it from, what date you bought it on, what tax you paid, any of this information, you add all that information, then you click add to batch and it prints your stickers out on your thermal printer. This is the Dymo 450 Turbo for those of you that need to know. Then you take the stickers, you cover up the barcode on the item, on the product, the UPC, and then you package it and send it off to Amazon. Now it's a little bit more detailed than that. We're near done scanning everything in, and when we are done, we're gonna send it into FBA, which means we're just gonna press the button review batch, send to FBA. Then Amazon's gonna accept it, create shipments, which just means they're gonna say, hey, send these shoes over here, those shoes over there, and the rest of these items over here. Then we box it up, weigh it, get cheap postage from Amazon, finish it all up, and drop it off at UPS. Now we just need to click this little review batch button down there. Boom. And you can see it's showing us our breakdown right here. There's 21 SKUs, 64 items. The average sales rank is 8,700. The total sales value on Amazon is $6,314. The total buy cost, $2,424. And our total profit for our shoe haul in the other video is $2,497, which is actually much more than I estimated in the haul video. All right, so after you have created all your shipments and approved them all, you click complete and you're essentially done with Inventory Lab. It takes you to this screen, little information for you showing you everything that you listed, where you can print labels individually from here. But now the rest of the process is gonna be finishing the shipment in Amazon, which is the same as if you made any other FBA shipment. But this just gets this whole process done for you very easily, and it allows you to track your supplier, your cost of goods, your quantities, your categories you're selling in, everything. Not only makes it easy for you to list and efficiently, quickly, but also has crazy vast tracking and accounting for your entire shipment, way more than Amazon. You want to know how many pairs of shoes you have in stock? You can find that out. You can't look that up on Amazon. You want to know how many items you have listed in the clothing category? You can tell. You can't tell that on Amazon. So we're done with Inventory Lab. We are now going to head over to Amazon to complete the rest of the shipment. Unfortunately, I'm not going to show you guys screen recording inside my Amazon account, but I will, using this camera, film parts of the screen just to show you guys a little bit of the process. If you know how to make an Amazon FBA shipment, you know how to do the rest of this video. It's the same. But for those of you that don't know and still want to know, I'll show you a little bit. But if you're wondering why I'm not giving you the detailed screen recording, it's just because that would be a lot of blurring and I don't want to do that to Jed. So we love Jed. Jed is my editor. We don't want her to have to do all that. So we're not going to do it. All right. So you can see here, we are in the shipping queue page page of Amazon, and you can see over here all of these things that say work on shipment. Those are shipments that were just created right now through Inventory Lab interacting with Amazon. Now we need to click on work on shipment. That's not a touchscreen, and then go through and just process it. You can see here it also says how many SKUs, how many are shipped. It also says what warehouse we're sending it to. Another little tip I'm going to give you guys first is start with the biggest shipment first and try to consolidate the smaller shipments that Amazon wants you to split into there by adjusting the quantity. You're only allowed to adjust the quantity a very small amount. I think it's 5 or 6 units or 5%, whichever one is less. I could be wrong on that, but just know that you can adjust the quantities, just not too much. And it's very important because if you have to send 2 pairs of shoes by themselves, you're gonna pay a lot compared to being able to stuff those 2 pairs of shoes into another box with 8 or 10 other pairs of shoes, and you'll be saving a lot on your inbound shipping. So we're using the extra large Home Depot boxes for shoes, and I have wet tape right here. Starting off, we need 1 pair of Grand Court size 11, 1 pair of Grand Court size 12, New Balance size 8. Let's grab those shoes. $22 pairs of shoes in the shipment, so make sure you have 22 pairs. Right on the money. Now we're gonna put them in the box. Start with the big ones, stack them up like this. Once you get everything done, tape it crossways to hold it together. Always rub your tape down so there's no loose ends. Also, I'm using 3-inch tape. It's much more effective than 2-inch tape in my opinion. These tape guns are super cheap too. They're like 10 bucks. I'll put a link in the description. I actually really recommend them. Don't mess around with a wax tape gun. So that's done now. Now we just need to weigh it, write the weight, and write that it's box 1 of this shipment because it's gonna be 2 boxes and we don't want to forget which box it is. And then we're gonna continue on. So we're in Amazon right now. This shows the items. This says box 1, this says box 2. Because we're sending 22 items and it won't all fit in 1 box, we have to make 2 boxes. This is the web version of the box contents. This is where we tell Amazon which units are in which box. It's very, very important. Amazon needs to know exactly what's in each box. Very important. You could also pay Amazon 20 cents a unit to let them do it for you, but I don't recommend. All right, box 2 is done. It looks big, but it don't weigh a lot. The great thing about shoes is they're not very heavy, so that's only gonna be 23 pounds. Now here on Amazon, on the shipment process, we're gonna put 23 pounds, then we're gonna click confirm, and we're gonna wait for it to estimate our shipping cost. After you click confirm, it's gonna take you to calculate shipping charges and show you your total boxes and pounds. They're offering us $33.80 to ship 48 pounds. For this shipment, I think we must be shipping this across the country. We're shipping this all the way to Maryland from California, which is why it's costing us that much. Also, because it's a small shipment and the total weight is not a lot, only 50 pounds. If we would instead get this shipment up to like 500 pounds, we would pay a lot less on a per pound rate. Ideally, this shipment should have costed us 50 cents a pound, but we didn't send enough. Normally, we would make the shipment much larger. In-state shipments gonna be much closer to 25 cents a pound, but that is assuming that you're able to hit some kind of volume, not just a box or 2. So you have to click I agree to the terms, and then you accept the charges, and then Amazon is gonna give you shipping labels for your box. We're actually gonna print them on thermal paper right out of our printer. So we're gonna click here, and we are going to click the ship date, and we're gonna ship these tomorrow, which is the 15th, and thermal printer paper is selected, and now we're going to press print box labels. So once you open it up here, then you're gonna press print. You're gonna choose the printer that you're printing to, which for me is the Rollo, and then you're gonna press print, and it should come right out of your printer. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, ready to go. Now there's 2 boxes but 4 labels. You might be asking why. Well, one of them is the UPS postage label. The other is the Amazon label that Amazon scans to know which box is which. Put them on the same side of the box, but put them away from each other. That way the UPS workers don't accidentally scan the Amazon one or vice versa. FBA label, UPS label. We are so close to being done, guys. Now we're gonna come over here to the bottom right corner. We're gonna click complete shipment, and we're gonna load it into the car and drop it off tomorrow. But right now we're gonna press mark as shipped. Oh yeah! Just kidding. So now I can lift at least 25 pounds. there you go, guys. That is how you process shoes from retail arbitrage to send them off to Amazon FBA using Inventory Lab software, which is $50 a month, and I highly recommend it. It comes with a free scouting app, Scoutify 2, and you can have multiple members of your team sign in with your information at the same time. The coolest thing about Scoutify 2 is that when you're out scouting and you find shoes or whatever clothing items that you want to buy, you click buy, and then it stores your information, your cost of goods, your supplier, the sales tax, everything. Then you email yourself that file, load that file into Inventory Lab, and all of your stuff is already populated. Fast turnaround is the name of the game. We need to flip our capital as many times as possible. So if that's something you guys want to check out, there's a link in the description to sign up for Inventory Lab. Click up here to check out the video where I actually went and purchased these shoes. And if you like the content, please subscribe, like, share, comment, all that stuff. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.